Welcome to the Sabor Havana Fantasy Minute, or I like to call it the Commissioner's Corner, Week 1, Season 2013. It's been a week, a little bit more than a week since our draft. It was an interesting week, filled with scandal, as always. Everything that we do in this fantasy league always has some scandal. Let's get down to the important things. Let's talk about this week. First thing we're going to talk about is the draft and how impressed I was with everybody, how much better everybody has gotten. This week, in the 12 teams in our fantasy league, 8 scored over 200 points. So obviously people are learning how to draft, learning how to go with the trends. The fact that 13 of the first picks were running backs, 19 out of the first 24 were running backs, shows that there is definitely the learning curve has gotten a little tighter. People now understand that there's definitely something to play for, and we just can't have people getting their ass whipped every year. The doormats have risen up. Okay, so waiver transactions. First thing we talked about. One of the first changes we had is now we have 15 moves. Myself, who was a little weak at tight end, I've already done 3 moves, so I'm down to 12. Judge and use them cautiously. When you're out, you're out. Okay? Thirdly, Fernie wins. After the draft, the talk was about how bad Fernie's draft was, and we all know it was horrible. But Fernie won weeks 1. I don't want to say that Fernie outclassed Serge this week. I just think Serge owes this loss not to himself. He owes it to Blaine Gabbert. First chance he get, he should drop it to Jackson and just whip the shit out of Blaine Gabbert. Just horrible. Okay, let's go to this week's games. Like I said, Fernie wins. It's an incredible indictment on the NFL that a team as bad as Fernie's picked with just complete. To say that he reached is an understatement. He reached on everything. I'm surprised that he didn't pull a hamstring just getting out of his fucking chair. Not to rag on Serge. Serge, don't blame yourself, brother. Blame Gabbert. Blaine Gabbert. What a fucking douche. Okay, let's look at this week's games. Swavana defeats Kegman, who scored 200 points, by the way. Kegman, not a slouch anymore. No longer the league's doormat. I love you, Pete, dog. Eskimo brothers. All right, Reyes, again, strong like bull, injecting like bull. Takes on Nimish, who is as big as a bull, and goes ahead and knocks Nimish out. I dropped my paper. Hold on. Okay. Shorty defeated Louis, who already will start to complain that he scored 200 points and lost. But you know what, Louis? You should have played Fofi. You should have played somebody else. I know. I'm fucking with you. I love you too, bro. I gotta ask you a question. Why were you calling Nick at the draft? Did you lose your keys? Okay. H-Town defeated Charlie. You know, I love you, bro. But it's 2 against 1. Plus, you can't see Charlie, bro. It's just very unfair for you, you know. But you did your best. You guys are going to be there. Your team will be competitive, all right? Even though H-Town is very strong this year. Korean Jesus, Grasshopper, took out Fofi. Took out one Allegra Inc., which is a very, very good thing. Makes you feel good inside. It should be like a victory and a half when you beat somebody from Allegra Inc. And then, you know, like I said, Fernie, you know, Serge teams collapsed to Fernie. I don't want to say Fernie beat him because that would be unfair to Sergio, who's my boy. All right, one thing I haven't done is take a look at the draft and look at these teams and giving you my opinion. Everybody, the Oracle says this, ESPN says that, Fernie the Guru says this, that, and the other, and of course, you know, who is he to judge? These guys saw his team, though he did win. I look at the teams. I think Kegman is strong this year. I think Nimish is strong this year. Asterisk. I think Shorty Monster 2 Monster U is strong this year. Asterisk. Check later on for the report on that. I think Louis strong. I think Charlie has a good team. I think Fofi has a good team. I think Serge has a good team. Korean Jesus is strong. I think H-Town is strong. I think Shorty's team is strong, like I said. Reyes team. The Reyes team has a few deficiencies. But, you know, a couple of weeks in the gym with Reyes and that team will be strong as well. I am okay. I am weak at tight end and I'm super light at running back. I mean, shit can happen. And then you know what Fernie's team is. Fernie's team is picking up kids from Southland, you know, so we know what happens. All right, in this week's games, Swavana goes up against Fofi. So it's Allegra Inc. against the good guys in another game for Fofi. The Kegmen take on Nimish. 2 teams were 0-1, but 2 teams have scored over 200 points. Korean Jesus takes on Louie and Nick. On two other teams that scored over 200 points. Shorty takes on Charlie. And Fernie takes on the king of Lagra Inc. So those are the games this week. Damn, I'm missing somebody here. I know Serge is playing somebody. Serge must be playing... I don't know. Serge is playing somebody. I'll have to look. Really, this is bad on the part of the commissioner. Serge should know. I could sit here and count and tell you who it is. Oh, it's not Keg. It's not Louie. Maybe it's H-Town. No, it's not H-Town. I don't know who the fuck Fernie's playing. Serge is playing somebody, bro. And I'm sure Serge is going to come back and even up the score at 1-1. All right. We have a story to tell. And we'll be right back after these commercial breaks. You know, it's a hard time when, in your fantasy league, Lagra Inc. and their dealings is not the problem with the league this year. Obviously, there is a huge problem with Ringergate. Ringergate, how do I best describe Ringergate? For years, this league, this is our 6th year, and nobody's giving a shit when somebody brings somebody else in to help them out with the draft. I mean, hell, you know, Achilles, who was in the championship game just 3 years ago, brought in Wilson. Now they have the Medina effect. Looks like it's second year of the Medina effect, or the Wilson effect. We'll see how that goes. You know, Louis, who doesn't really need Nick, but I guess, you know, he has pictures, or he's going to represent him in his future divorce. I don't know what the hell's going on there. But we have a couple of teams that are tandem. I had my partner the first year that we won the championship. We broke up. We're no longer, he doesn't really know you guys, so he went his own way. And Frank's the guru. If I've met anybody in this, Frank is the guru. As a matter of fact, I'm thinking of bringing him on next week to let him do an overview of our league, so you can see that the man knows what the hell he's talking about. But Ringergate seems to be a huge problem. For those of you who are not aware of Ringergate, Ringergate seems to revolve around a gentleman named Patrick Vivola, who works for Rocky Patel. Patrick was at the draft. There's allegations that Patrick was assisting Shorty's team and assisting Nimish's team. If that's the case, I think Nimish needs to pay him more because, you know, he just didn't come through as well as he did for Shorty. Now, I've talked to both gentlemen. I don't want to say that Nimish pointed fingers and said that he had nothing to do with it and it was all Shorty, but yeah, I think that's what happened. Then I talked to Shorty yesterday, and Shorty, of course, swears up and down that he didn't do it. Now, I'm going to tell you what the commissioner saw. The commissioner saw him there. Now, I don't know this guy very well. I've met him a couple times. He's in the industry. He's in the biz. And one thing I did notice was that he was our board bitch, and it was nice of him to be our board bitch. The beard was very nice, nicely toned. The slim, that whole Naples thing, you know, very elegant with the suit. He's a good guy. He really is. I did have to kind of suggest that, you know, when guys make a pick, don't comment on it because we are not Naples guys. This could turn ugly at any minute now, and Achilles could wink, Fofi will put you in his pocket, next thing you know, we're picking this guy up out of the Everglades. But who is this Patrick guy? And that's what I need your help for. I have been asked and tasked by some of the league members, and I have to keep it confidential like all good investigations, to find out who this guy is. Find out what the connection is between Monstro tu Monstro and Nimish's Green Bay Packers, and see if there was collusion, see if this guy was there. And even though it doesn't really matter, it's because we want to get down to the nitty-gritty. I'll tell you, they were sitting both across from me. There was conferences, but in speaking with both of the owners, they had suggested that Patrick came to them. Patrick has kind of got a problem. He's got a fantasy football Jones. We've heard that Patrick has 10 or 15 leagues he's in. As a matter of fact, in some leagues, he sponsors himself and his girlfriend, but he manages her team to double up his chances of winning. We've heard many, many allegations. Just on top, I'll tell you who this guy is. This guy was born in New Jersey. He lives in Naples. He was born in 1979 in August. He's Catholic, you know. He's a wine drinker. He's a Scotch drinker. He likes his cigars, even though he smokes Rockies. Loving them. What else can I tell you about him? The only thing I can tell you about him, he's got a very weird political view. He is a member of the San Marinese Democrats for Republic, which is a liberal anti-establishment party that was established in 1993, which made him 14 when that party was established. We're going to get down to it. We're going to get down to it. The commissioner, like I said, I've launched a Blue Ribbon panel, Blue Ribbon committee to find out what the hell is going on here. So I will be reaching out to all of you owners. I'll be sitting down. I'll be videotaping. I'll be talking. And we're going to get down to the nitty-gritty on this. Okay, let's wrap it up. Week 1, great week, a lot of fun. I know who you're playing, Serge. You got Reyes. A little background such. That's who you got. I got to tell you guys, the draft is the best part of the league. We all have a lot of fun. It's great to get together with you guys. Now the games count. So far, so good. We're gonna get down to this whole problem with Ringergate, and hopefully we're gonna have a great season. All right. Outside of that, this is week 1. Not a lot of shit talking I can do right now, but we're going to come back, okay? I'm at work, as you can see. I find time to be commish, man. Being a commish is a full-time job. I love you guys. Got it.